All right, guys, we're back and we're here with to talk about Marvel's What If. We're on season 2, episode 1. I'm excited. We got 9 episodes, one for each day. As we're speaking right now, it is December 22nd, 2023. So we started off with the first episode. The first episode is called or titled "What If Nebula Joins the Nova Corps." I kind of like this episode. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It had like a really good feel to it, like a good cop, bad cop um vibe going on with it. If you ever watched Blade Runner, it's it's a futuristic movie about, a cop trying to find some androids that go rogue. So the premise of this episode is Nebula is trying to become a good character. Her sister Gamora ends up joining forces with Ronan the Accuser. They end up stopping Thanos or getting rid of Thanos. I believe this episode takes place before Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, so around 2013, 2014, if I remember, that's when the first Guardians came out. Uh I'm gonna go I'm gonna go something a little deep with this. I like the feel of how this show went. Like I said before, it reminds me of it gives me like Batman vibes. Like she went through so much. She's a survivor. She seemed like she had backup plans to all her plans. I don't know, James. You tell me. What do you think?
Well, first off, I want to say that I'm a late bloomer to this, and I'm kind of like catching up to what's exactly going on. But if we're being honest, this is a very, very creative idea as far as these what if episodes. Uh, Anything could happen. To be honest with you, I feel like I can come up with my own what if episode. There's an
I
idea.
agree with you on that. I don't know where they're coming up with these titles and where they're coming up with these storylines, but it intrigues me because it's based off a comic series, What If, where they take like main storylines and they change it and alter the storylines, like a alternate ending kind of thing, where anything is possible. So we just basically we know these characters, we know what they've been through in in this multiverse of like storylines. We have these characters that we're familiar with, but they go a different route. Some heroes become villains, and some villains become heroes, and some just never end up meeting. So therefore, we don't have Avengers and all that, but there are still heroes out there. It's a wild idea. I don't know. It's kind of hard to comprehend, but I mean, just try not to think about it too hard. Nothing to do with the TVA, so we don't have to think about all like pruning timelines and branch timelines. So like that's a little that's a little lot for the audience to understand. But we could just go with the flow with this with these type of episodes. What do you
So,
think?
so kind of like in Doctor Strange 2, where we traveled in the multiverse, and for example, we have the Illuminati in one universe, and in another universe, Wanda had kids. Correct.
Correct.
All
And in
right.
another universe, we have Avengers, and in some universes, we don't.
And in this in one universe, I'm a millionaire.
Yeah. Or in another universe, you're a superhero.
All right.
And in another universe, I was never born, so like we wouldn't be having this conversation right now if we spoke if that was the matter. But it's a pretty wild idea. I mean, you tell me what do you think? What are your likes, dislikes, your feelings about it? Uh, anything that come to mind?
Anything that comes to mind. So, like I said, I like the creativity with these what if episodes. Anything could possibly happen. Now, Nebula, I feel like this was a perfect character to really explore in this particular story due to the fact that she was bad, to my knowledge, by just sitting down watching the Marvel Cinematic Universe episodes, and her her path to redemption as far as putting her in this particular what if episode where she wants to do right by Xandar by becoming a member of the Nova Corps, right? That's correct, the
Correct.
Nova Corps. Being a
Yep.
member of the Nova Corps and actually swearing in an oath to protect Xandar, that is, I feel like that's basically pretty unique and great character development.
I agree with you on that. And we got returning voice actors, which actually, like, since we're attached to these characters, it makes us feel that we can actually, tag along on the journey to see where things go. Because as you know, Nebula doesn't really have the best arc in the MCU. I mean, we had
But
the
it could be it could be because of the fact that, correct me if I'm wrong,
mhm,
she was altered by Thanos to be the perfect warrior, correct?
correct.
All right, so I do know a little something. So I feel like it's a possibility they could focus on her, but again, when it comes to movies and so many different characters to develop, when we're sitting down, we're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. You got Peter Quill, you have Rocket, you have Groot, you have Gamora, and I feel like they focus more on Gamora anyway throughout the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There really wasn't any time for Nebula to actually have any opportunity to show any type of backstory on her outside of maybe Endgame. I feel like Endgame was probably, to be honest, she maybe have been almost close to being the main character.
I agree with you on that. I just feel like her storyline is not finished, but also feel like a little sorry for her because she she is supposed to be the perfect warrior, but she gets dogged all the time by Gamora, and she just gets treated like crap by Thanos. I mean, it's nice to see her in a different, how do I say this, in a different scenario,
Right.
not being tortured. You know what I mean? Not just being put down all the time.
Yeah. That's true. Like, we actually get to put the spotlight on her and actually get to experience um a different experience her in a different light. So it's something new. It's not predictable. I'm gonna put it to you like that. It's not predictable. It keeps you on your toes with these episodes. Let's go with this one episode I just sat down and I watched for the first time. So I'm actually looking forward to what happens next in the next episode.
Same here. Far as looking up online right now, we got episode 2 tomorrow, in a couple hours actually. As we're recording this, episode 2 is titled "What If Peter Quill Attacks Earth's Mightiest Hero." So this is pretty interesting because we got Peter Quill. It seems like he might be a villain in this movie. I mean, well, not movie. Let me rephrase that, episode. So they're turning Nebula into a hero and Peter into a villain, which is pretty intriguing because I would like to see how this goes. Because, as we know, Star-Lord is half human, half celestial.
Right.
So that'd be pretty interesting if he came back being actual, like, remember in Volume 2, his father was a celestial and he found out, but he was able to harness the power of being a celestial by being on his father's planet, or hence his father's body. Pause. That would be pretty interesting if he becomes full celestial in this one.
That's pretty interesting for the second episode, considering the fact that, yeah, you said he's half human and he's basically just going back to Earth, and I guess
Attacking Earth's
we'll
mightiest
find out
heroes.
who's Earth's mightiest heroes in this What If episode. But it's going to be interesting. Is it going to be played by Chris Evans, or is it a different voice actor?
Not sure. Actually, I really don't know. Anything is possible right now. No idea yet. No idea. And you mean Chris Pratt?
Yes, Chris Pratt. I'm sorry, Chris Pratt. Hopefully, it's played by Chris Pratt, because I do enjoy the fact they're using the voice actors from the actual live action Marvel Cinematic Universe movies.
Me too. I mean, it does get us to want to rewatch these characters again, because at least we're familiar with their voices and we're familiar with their faces. So this would be pretty interesting. I mean, we're going to be doing every episode moving forward for What If episodes. They're 9 episodes. So looking forward to doing this. I mean, this should be pretty fun. Anything is possible. It's going to be entertaining. I mean, is there anything else you want to say, James?
Nah, I'm just going to go ahead and just look forward to episode 2. because I'm trying to get my head wrapped around this whole what if thing. This is all new to me, so it's like me learning a playbook.
I feel you. I don't think I have anything else to add. I mean, I really like this episode. I'm not gonna knock it. I'm pretty sure not everybody's gonna love it. If you like it, let us know. If you don't, let us know too. Let's talk about it. Don't forget to hit that like button.
Section.
Leave it in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, guys. Have a good night.